Alright guys, welcome back for a brand new review on another new headset, and this is the JBL E40BT, and it's JBL's new on-the-ear Bluetooth headset, and I'll get into it. Retails for $99.99, and I'll get into whether I think that it's worth the price tag, along with some of the other competitors that run in that price range. Okay, first off, you're getting JBL's on-the-ear headset, and that you need to determine if it's something that you want or not. Now, on-the-ear sits actually on the ear, and the thing that I had with these, at least an issue for me, was you had to have them sitting just right, and they kind of angle a little bit. You had to have them sitting just right to get a great sound, or a better sound out of the headphones. So we'll get into that in a second. On to the headphones themselves, they do kind of collapse. You can turn them in so that they go even further in to collapse. So as you can see, they're really small, they're really portable, they're not a very large headset. It is really light because it's all plastic. So they feel fragile. Now that's important because they don't come with a bag or a case or anything to that nature. In fact, all that comes in the box is you have your auxiliary cable, in case you don't want to use it via Bluetooth and you just want to use it as a normal headphone. And then your charging cable, which is USB on one side, and then it's got the little 3.5 millimeter, maybe 2.5 millimeter on this side, that you plug in on the left side to charge. Now, the only markings on here, you see JBL, and you sure as hell can't miss the JBL that's on the side. They like branded the mess out of these, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I think upon feeling these and picking them up, they feel like a cheaper headset. That concerns me a lot. The sliding, the adjustment, very easy. Again, you can see there's like a gap here. I don't know how well these are going to hold up, so I can't speak on that, but that's a huge concern with these headphones. Again, the leather that's on here, it's very firm. So, and you can see there's not a lot of depth in between right here and the top. So with that, even though it sits on the ear, you can tell with them on, they don't stick out much. They're a really nice looking headset. But not being able to have a case or a bag and them being this fragile feeling is a huge thing to be concerned about. Now, on your left side are where all of your controls are. You have the Bluetooth button, which is where you pair, but it's also where you turn it on and turn it off. The volume up, the volume down, and this little circle here is your controls as far as to tap it once to pause, to play, twice to skip, the usual Bluetooth controls. Now this other feature here on the other side, which looks like a play button with circles around it, is JBL's share function. Now what's cool about that is if you have, let's say, kids in the car, and you have two pair of these, you can put them on, hit that little button, and it will play on the other headset the same thing that's playing here. So you can have multiple people listening at one time, which is a very nice feature, and for $100, that's kind of cool that that's on there. Now, the most important part, the $100, are you getting your sound? Is it worth it for that alone? My honest opinion is for $100. Them being Bluetooth is very nice, but I don't think the sound for me is there. I mean, it has the sound of a cheaper headset. Bass is relatively there, but not strong. The mids and the treble kind of mix in, so it kind of has this, I don't want to say flat sound, but there's nothing special about them. Overall, the sound is okay. It's not fantastic. Now, JBL makes some incredible headphones, so it's not a knock on the company themselves, and I think what they're trying to do is just to get an inexpensive Bluetooth headphone out there, for somebody to be able to get for $100. But with saying that, there's a couple of other ones out there I'd recommend more. The Skull Candy Hesh 2 wireless run the exact same price, and for me are a lot better. Also, the JLab Omni Bluetooth headphone is incredible, and it retails for $99.99. So there are better options out there. But the other two that I just listed are around the ear. So maybe you are looking for something on the ear, and maybe this fits what you need. But as far as, again, the sound, I think that there's something it's missing, something it's lacking. And again, these things swivel kind of in and out this way, and that's where, when it's on your head, this is the part that was important. Like, it feels so stiff and firm, like it's hard to get comfortable, but you can turn them in, and you want to angle it the way that your ears are sitting so that they're sitting just right. That's the only way you're going to get a good sound out of these. You can't just put them on and then you're good to go. You have to angle it just right where it's covering your ears just right. There's like some science to get this to work even somewhat decent. So with saying that, for $100, it's very hard to recommend them, but it's also kind of hard to say you should just pass on it, because it could be exactly what you're looking for. And just like I say with any headset, sound is subject to who it's for. It may not be the sound that I like, but it may be a sound that you guys like, or a sound that you know somebody else will like. So for $100, it's not a bad deal. I just think that there are better headphones out there for that price range and that money. Thank you guys for checking out this video. I hope this helps with the review of the JBL E40BT, which the BT is the Bluetooth. The E40 is like their smaller version. They have an E50, which is a step up. But if you're wanting like some of the best JBL headsets, check out the JBL Synchros S500. Those things are incredible, and online right now you can get an awesome deal on eBay for those. They're like maybe $70, and they're like $300 pair of headphones. But off of that, thank you guys for checking out the video, and stay tuned for more.